Hey everybody, it's Wendy. Welcome. Today we are going to do a fun emboss resist ink blending technique. I'm so happy you're here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. All the products that you see here today are available to purchase in my online store. All the items are linked in the description below the video and over on my blog at loveandstampin.com. Okay, so we're going to get started using the You Deserve This stamp set, and I have to tell you, this stamp right here, I did not realize was one whole stamp. When I ordered this, I thought every little word thing was a separate stamp. So I do have a tip for you. If you wanted to, you could cut this stamp apart and use it in several different ways. And that's probably something I will do in the future. So you could just cut apart all the different sayings, and then you could use them individually on stuff. So I have used my embossing buddy to put powder all over my Whisper White cardstock. That keeps my embossing powder from sticking in places I don't want it to stick. I inked up my stamp pad there in excuse me, in Versamark ink. And then I am going to pour embossing powder over the top and heat set this and emboss it. So I keep my embossing powder in one of these little Rubbermaid tubs because I buy 4 or 5 white embossing powders at a time, and then I just dump them all in so that I can use them like this. And it's just so much easier because it's way less cleanup. You don't have that embossing powder residue all over the place. Alright, so I've sped the video way up because ink blending takes a long time. So I'm using Rich Razzleberry to start, and then I'm going to move into Melon Mambo. And as you can see, I'm just going right over the top of this. I'm not worrying about the ink being on the words or anything like that. And now I'm using Pumpkin Pie, and then I'm going to go in and use Daffodil Delight. And when I did the Daffodil Delight, I realized very quickly that it just was not getting dark enough for the words at the bottom there to show up. So I took my baby wipe and cleaned up all my letters, and you can see there the thumbs up thing kind of fades away. So I went ahead and took Pumpkin Pie and went over it again just a little bit lower, and took the Daffodil Delight, blended it, so the Pumpkin Pie ends up being a little bit lower than I originally anticipated. Okay, so the next step for this card is going to be adding some water droplets. So I'm using my aqua painter and just squeezing a little bit of water out onto my fingertip, and then just spritzing or splashing this card base with water, and it will actually lift up the color anywhere the water lands. So it's kind of hard to see actually here on video, but in person you can definitely see that it adds some extra texture and pizzazz to this card. Now the other step that I didn't do on video, and I didn't think to do it actually till way later, is I added some sequins, some clear sparkling sequins to this card, just to give it a little extra something. You could use rhinestones or pearls or whatever you wanted to. I have my card base here. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11 inches and folded in half to make a top folding card. And then I have my foam tape that I'm going to add on the back of here. Now the reason I'm using foam tape versus Stampin' Dimensionals is because it is a strip that goes all the way across, and when I added water to this piece, it caused it to have a little bit of buckling and wrinkling. And by using the foam tape, it keeps it all pulled nice and straight and flat, and that's just something you can't get with dimensionals because they're not large enough. So I have these huge pieces here of foam tape that I was able to use, and now I'll be able to center this piece onto my Whisper White cardstock, and I'm done. This is a super easy technique to use. It's so fun. It really gives a big wow when you get it and you see it in person. Okay, if you want to see other videos from me, you can click on either one of the images that you see here. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, just click the little circle that has my face in it. And if you give me a thumbs up and a comment, it makes me happy. I always enjoy that. And I hope that you get busy crafting some love and creating happiness for somebody today. Take care. I'll see you soon.